entitled Literaria Darpan, comprising of the target audience of students from Standard 6, 7 and 8. Now, before we dive deeper into the session, let us have a quick recap of the first two sessions of the Literature Conclave. With the inauguration of the conclave by the Honorable Chief Guest Dr. Sanatan Panda, OES Joint Director, Higher Secondary of Education, the first session commenced with a target audience of students from Standard 10 and 12. Soon followed the dance performance on Dashavatar as an amalgam of the essence of all the epics, particularly the Gita Govinda by Sri Jayadeva. Afterwards, we headed for a panel discussion by the eminent literary figures on the topic Literature as the Mirror of Society. It is where the prime focus was on literature with all the variegated aspects in representing the tones and tendencies of the society at large. Further, the second session too became a noteworthy one while comprising the students of Standard 9 and 11 as target audience. It began with a panel discussion by student authors on the topic, If I Can, You Can Too, while showcasing the process of becoming a writer in rebuilding the universe of their own creativity, fancy and imagination. With this followed Kala RC, where all the artists in unison poured forth their creativity in unique rendition of rhetoric, acting and painting based on the epic of Rashmi Rathi by Ramdhari Singh Dinkar in re-establishing the idea of rewarding the virtue and punishing the vice. Well, afterwards came the moment to reflect and reframe the experiences of our student author, Ms. Kirti Visakha. She will soon be joining us. Now friends, let's tighten up our seatbelts for an adventurous exploration to the world of creativity while diving deeper into the third session of our Literature Conclave. My dear students, all my August audience over here, and now the question is, what does a story suggest to you? Well, it's just a medium of expression that can cross the barriers of time and allow us to experience the similarities between ourselves and others, real and imagined. Well, the storyteller is deep inside every one of us. As said by Dory Lessing, it is our stories that recreate us. Today, we are really honored to have with us the gracious presence of our alumna, an amazing storyteller, Madam Mrs. Chanjadas, with us. She holds an illustrious record of 15 long years of experience in serving the Department of Early Childhood Language and Curriculum Development. She is a certified storyteller from Kathalaya, Bangalore, well endowed with an amazing skill of crafting up stories with utmost brilliance. Let us invite Madam. At the same time, I would like to request our Principal Madam, to escort Ma'am as well as the Cabinet Ministers. Madam, please.
Everybody. Actually, the sessions are delayed a little bit, but I think it's good for me because on my way I had to cross all the small steps that I used to take 35 years before when I used to enter the school gate as a student over here. And what is the hall? What is this hall named as? Do you know who she is? Anybody over here? Have you not questioned your teachers, yourself? Yes? Ex-principal. She was my principal. Okay? So I'm so proud that today I stand here, the hall named after her, and I could hear one of the teachers just giving one command. All of you, please be quiet. Finger on your lips. Can I see, ma'am? Who she was? Sanjukta ma'am. Okay. You know, UPR Vittal Raja ma'am was 10 times Sanjukta ma'am. Okay. So, I felt all the more nostalgic when I heard that. During our time, ma'am did not have to say that finger on your lips. She just had to cross us. And we were done. Statue, you have seen? The same way. Anyway, but I'm so privileged that I'm here amongst you all. I've already been here before, but during the Golden Jubilee celebration, it was more of like talking to the camera because everything was virtual. I was here on the dais, but you people were at home. So it's very interesting when a storyteller has its audience in front of her. Okay? So I think I shouldn't be here. I can go down. I can be amongst the students. Yeah, whatever. Thank you. So children, open your eyes so that you can see me. Open your ears so that you can hear me. But open your heart so that you can let the story in. Are you ready for that? Yes? Yes? Very good. So, long ago, there lived a very fat, chubby, hilarious, and foolish king. But he had a very lean and very wicked-minded and cunning minister to assist him. And he always felt that he was so privileged to have the minister with him. So one day what happened? As I told you already that the king was fat, chubby. So what does that mean? That he was lazy. He never wanted to go out of his palace or take a walk or anything. He never believed in exercise, nothing. So one fine day, the king finally decided that I need to see what is there beyond the palace walls, beyond the gates of my palace. So what happened? He started taking a walk. And he was followed by his minister besides him. As they were taking a stroll near the riverside and then they were coming back, suddenly the king could hear, he just looked at his minister and said, "What is this? I have never heard anything like this." My dear king, they are the royal foxes of your forest. Oh, but what happened? Why are they crying? They have a lot of grievances, my king. They have a lot of grievances. What happened? I think I'm a good king, isn't it? I'm a good king. Yes, of course you are. But actually they have some problem. What is the problem? Come on, tell me, what is the problem? It is so cold this year and they just cannot tolerate the bitter cold. So, and they don't have blankets. Oh, why is it so? Why they don't have blankets with them? Who was in charge of giving them blankets? The relief officer, sir. He had to give the blankets, but just look at him. He has taken all the money from the treasury and now just go and summon the relief officer over here. Wrap him in a blanket and throw him in the sea. And minister, please, you take out money from my treasury and buy lots of blankets, hundreds of blankets and give to my valued subjects. The foxes, they're crying. I cannot tolerate. Yes, my dear. Yes, my dear king, I'll do it. And immediately the minister ran. And he showed, as if he was very prompt. And the first part of the king's order, what was the first part of the king's order? Yes? To wrap the relief officer in a blanket and throw him into the sea. He immediately did that because he had to settle some scores with the relief officer. And what about the second part? He took out a lot of money from the treasury, but do you think that he's such a fool that he's going to buy blankets and give to the foxes? No. So all the money was with him. Okay. continued. Now the king started loving his evening walks, his strolls, his leisurely walks by the river. And after a month's time, again what happened? After 15 days time, he was again going through that way. Again he could hear. Then again the king looked at the minister. He said, no. Now they're not crying. Then they're so happy. They are just sending their gratitude to you that they have already got the blankets and they're so comfortable at their home. Oh, thank God, my dear minister. I'm so glad that I have you always with me, who goes on giving me such good counsel. What would I do without you? My Lord, my dear King, be this world, hell or heaven, I will always be there with you to give you this sound counsel. Oh, thank you, my dear. So what happened? He continued the same thing. After 15 more days, when they were again taking the stroll, suddenly the king saw one animal passing by. He had never seen any animal in his life because he always stayed inside the palace. So he could hear. What is this? What kind of animal is this? My dear king, this is your royal elephant. But that was a boar. The minister knew that that was a boar. He said, my dear king, that is your royal elephant. What? As far as my knowledge goes, the elephant should be as plump as me. Not like this. Yes, I know. But the officer who's in charge of giving food to the elephants, he's eating everything himself. He's not giving anything, he's starving the elephants. Please summon that officer over here immediately and wrap him in a blanket and throw him in the sea and take out money from the treasury and feed the elephants. Very good. Excellent. You all are excellent listeners. Please clap for yourself. Okay. So, what do you think? Now, the first half of the order was carried out immediately, promptly. But the second half, the same thing happened. And then again, what happened? After 1 month, the king was taking a stroll by the river and suddenly he saw the boar again. What is this? What happened to all the money that I have been spending? The elephant is still like this? No, my dear king, no, you are mistaken. You are thoroughly mistaken. This is not that elephant. That elephant has grown in size, it has become as plump as you. Don't worry. Then who is this? This is the rat that has eaten up all the supplies from your royal kitchen. What? The food that should be in my tummy is now here. The rat has become like this. Yes, my lord. What to do? Now the chubby face of the corpulent king, it had become, completely red like the ripe chilies. Okay? And then he was so angry. He was so, literally he started getting choked. He felt what all my food that I should be eating is in this rat's tummy. So he was very angry and he said, no. This is the last thing that I can tolerate on earth. Whatever it is, blankets, elephants, everything okay. But my kitchen grocery, everything going into the tummy of this rat only because of that royal chef. Please call him. And then the royal chef was called for. And the king said, my dear, just prepare a grand royal dinner. This is the last dinner that you are going to prepare for me. And after that, I am going to hang you. This time I'm not going to throw you in the sea. I'm going to hang you, and I'm going to see that you are hanged in front of my eyes because you have given away all my food to him. This rat, I can't tolerate this. This is the gravest crime that you could have committed. And the cook was very clever because everybody knew that whosoever was punished, it was all because the minister had to settle some scores with them. So he immediately ran to the minister's house. Please, see, take these 100 coins. Please keep it with me. From now, I promise that every time that I cook some royal food, I will first send one full plate to your place. After that, only the king is going to eat. Please save me. I know it is all your plan. And the minister said, okay. So you are very clever and you could understand my plan. Okay, very fine. But you have to promise that every other time that you cook something good, it has to first come to me. Okay? He said, yes. Of course, I would never forget that. But please save me today. And he said, okay, fine. You go. I'll take care of it. So now the king was very happy that he's going to have a royal dinner. And the table was set. And all the subjects of the kingdom, they were also very worried, but they knew that the king was foolish and nothing could be done. So they all came to witness the hanging of the chef. And they all were standing there. The king ate nicely. And he had a very nice grand dinner, and then he said, okay, are you ready? Yes, come on, take him for hanging. Now the cook was waiting, when will the minister come? Because till now everything is set. Now within 5 to 10 minutes he's going to be hanged. And he was completely sweating and he was so, so frightened. He knew that he's going to die if the minister doesn't arrive. But he had no way. So he was pushed till the noose and he was going to be hanged. And they climbed on that. And the noose was put around his neck. Stop! 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 Stop, my dear king. Please stop. Stop, stop, stop. I have something to share. I have something very important to share. The minister ran. Then the king looked at him and said, what? What do you have to say? We decided that we will hang him. Now why are you stopping me? He said, no, my dear king. Just now, I just went through the almanac. And what I saw, that this is such an auspicious time, 12 o'clock midnight, and whosoever is going to be hanged at this time is surely going to go to heaven, and there he is going to reside in a castle that is made of diamonds. It's like paradise. And the king said, what? Is it true? Are you sure? Yes, that is what I am going to tell you. We want to punish him, isn't it? Do we want to send him to heaven? No, we want him to go to hell. So please, my dear king, let's stop the hanging for now. We'll see later on. Later on, we'll find out sometime. The minister knew that the king was very foolish, and after some time he would forget. And he does everything that the minister says. Then the king said, okay, come on, get down. Get down. You are not going to be hanged. The chef was so happy. He said, thank God I am saved. And then the king said, but you know one thing, I always dreamt from my childhood that someday I would stay in a castle made of diamonds. I wanted to go to heaven and be in paradise. And what better way? Now please hang me so that I can go to heaven and stay in the castle that is made of diamonds. Then all the people of the kingdom, they were so happy, and then they started clapping. Yes, that's a very good idea. You can directly go to heaven, please. Then the king went and everybody was very happy that the king is going to hang himself, and he went and stood there and he was just about to put the noose. He said, "Wait, my dear minister, what have you always promised to me?" I said, "What? I never promised anything." "No, no, no, please, please, I can remember. You always said, 'My dear king, be it world or heaven or hell, I will always be there to give you good counsel. Please come. I cannot rule there alone. So you have to be there with me. Please come. Please. Please come. Please, please. First you, then I. First." So, now I would like to ask you all, what did you understand from the story? Yes? Yes? Bad will happen with us. You can hear what your friends are saying? Okay, anyone else? I can see all my old colleagues over here.
Don't believe in others blindly.
We should not believe anybody blindly. Yes, that's true. Anybody else? Girls? What happened? Oh, a lot of girls there.
Ma'am, sometimes cleverness leads to misery.
Ah, sometimes we think that we are too clever, and then, yes, someone there. The last answer that we are going to take.
Whenever we lie once, we have to make up many more lies to cover it up. And always there will be a fallacy in our lie which will eventually get us into trouble. So it's best not to lie even in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. That's wonderful. So, now just tell me, did you all like this story? Did you all like the story? Do you have any idea that who's the author of this story? No, I'm not so great. I'm just a storyteller. So, yes? Charles Dickens? Anyone else? Ruskin Bond? Rudyard Kipling? Then? Yes? Sudhamurthy? Okay? J.K. Rowling? Okay? Yes? Okay. I think we are running short of time. Already we are behind the schedule. I will give you a big surprise. This story is by one of the most famous Odia writer, that is Sri Manoj Das. Okay? So my dear children, since this is a literary fest, we know J.K. Rowling, we know Rudyard Kipling, we know Charles Dickens. Have you ever wondered how great an author Sri Manoj Das was? If you can, this simple book is only 35 rupees. Just imagine, it was published before I was born. And it has been translated in more than 17 to 18 Indian languages by National Book Trust. It just costs 35 to 40 rupees. Yet, as a school, I would request teachers to promote such books more and more. And please, my dear children, please go back and search on the internet, which is everything for you right now. So please search on the internet and get to see that how proud we can feel about our own Odia authors. He was fluent both in Odia and in English. This book is in English, but it has been published in 17 Indian languages. It could have entered Guinness Book of World Record also had this been recorded, that how many copies have been reprinted every year. But at that time, it wasn't recorded. That is why. All I want to say is that he is one of the greatest writers that our motherland could produce. So please try and read at least short stories by him. If not his novels, please try to read. He has around 70,000 short stories for children. Okay? Are you not feeling happy about it?
Yes, ma'am.
That we have such a great personality from our state. So thank you so much, since this is all about literature and you are being exposed to so many things. So I have my teacher with me, and as I already told you, the hall is named after my principal, and then he's my sir. I started my schooling in DAV under his able guidance, and then I started my first job under his able guidance. Isn't it? So you have been exposed to so many works of literature in all these days, but was it not a surprise for you to learn about him? Yes. So I think it's high time that you all go back home and at least buy a book by Sri Manoj Das and read, because he is one of the most eminent literature personality that our motherland could have given birth to. Okay? So as I was told, that just to tell you a few lines about career as a storyteller. See, I was a teacher. I was a school teacher. I worked with children for 15 years. Then suddenly one day I felt like I should leave my job and I became a storyteller. So it is about all about your passion. Okay? But storytelling, as you would see, that every sphere of your work, suppose one of you want to become a doctor, if someone wants to go into the corporates, if someone wants to become a filmmaker, if someone wants to become a content writer, wherever you go, storytellers are an essential part. You know that you need to have the storyteller in you, and the storyteller in you will help you to succeed in whatever field you go. Don't you think that when a teacher comes to your class, that if the teacher starts the lesson with a story, you people are more interested to listen to her? Yes. So storytelling is everywhere. Everywhere that you go, you see storytelling. So as ma'am had asked me to talk about storytelling as a career, I would just like to say that everybody is a storyteller. And when a man stands on the dais and tells you something, she also tells a story. That's a real story, okay? As I entered and I told you my school days, it was a story, but you wanted to listen to it, isn't it? So everywhere, when you go to a doctor, some doctors you feel they are really good. Why do you want to go to them? Because they talk to you so convincingly. They explain that what problem you have, what can be done, how can things go right, how they can help you. That is all about storytelling. That is all about storytelling. So I wish you all good luck, and with this, I complete my session over here.
Charm to the world of their creativity. Now the time has come to honor our guest. I'd like to request our esteemed principal madam to escort Sir or Dr. Keshav Chandra Sarpati, the regional officer of DEV Schools, Odisha Zone, to come up on the stage and do the honors. Madam, sir, please. today on this great event we have a passionate student with us, a dynamic girl, Kirti Vishakha, a student of Standard 11C, also the literary secretary of the school cabinet, for reviewing her own works titled two anthologies. First one, The Constellation of Thoughts and Entangled Words. Kirti, please.
A writer is never on vacation. For a writer, life consists either of writing or thinking about writing. Good afternoon, everyone, esteemed dignitaries, and my dear friends. I'm neither Shakespeare nor Wordsworth. I'm just a friend of yours. But you never know. If someday I will be a great author, then you will be reading my books, writings, contents. Okay, jokes apart, as I told, I'm not that great author, I'm not great as those classics. I'm just a budding author and poet in my infancies. As of now, I have published my two anthologies, that is Constellation of Thoughts and Entangled Words. So these are the two books, you can see. So, well, before starting with, let me brief you why I started writing. Well, I think that writing is the best way, or I can say it's the best way possible to express our feelings, emotions, or whatever we observe around us. Actually, I'm a person who is not at all comfortable in expressing my feelings to someone. Rather, I feel that writing is the best way possible. As Anne Frank has rightly said, paper has more patience. Basically, my intention behind sharing my feelings is that you can also express your feelings by writing it. It may be in form of poems, quotes, diaries, journals, etc. Although reading is something that does not interest a lot of people. But if I say that the contents or the writings are relatable and are based upon your feelings and emotions, I'm pretty sure you will be interested in reading it, right? The same applies on those two anthologies. So today I'm here to give you a brief review of these two published books, that is Constellation of Thoughts and Entangled Words. These works are an amalgamation of fiction as well as reality, which are portrayed in form of poems, quotes, and articles, which are unique whether in relation to their style, length, theme. The former was published in February 2021, while the later in January 2022 by Notion Press in English as well as Hindi. On listening to the name of the books, you might have got an idea how and where one can find varying thoughts, ideas, and opinions of many aspiring writers. The collection is divided into different sections, ranging from motivational to romantic, past to present, dawn of life to death of a being. Each section begins with a title containing many small pieces of writings, and it provides a perfect introduction before you are immersed into the perfectly written and eloquent poems into which I and my co-authors have put our heart and soul into. Going through these books will definitely provide you with an opportunity to delve deep into my mindset, allowing you to see how I view the world with the comparisons I make and the metaphors I have used. These books do not revolve around any particular theme or topic. It's open and consists about 150 to 200 different topics. Isn't this really amazing, right? Number of poems in these books are based upon the true feelings of writers, while some will give you the real meaning of life, love, hatred, or I can say will give you all the flavors of one's life. Ultimately, I would say that these anthologies contain poems where each has got a rightful place within the collection. One thing that is worth mentioning is that my debut book, that is Constellation of Thoughts, was nominated in NE8X LitFest 2022 as one of the best anthologies of the year. Reading these books will definitely benefit you, and I hope my review will motivate you to pick up a copy and not keep it down till complete. These books are easily available on Amazon, Flipkart, Kindle and Notion Press at very affordable prices. Last but not the least, I would like to wind up by saying that life is a roller coaster ride with many ups and downs. And if you want to ride it by means of some books, so here, once again, I present to you my very own constellation of thoughts and entangled words. Thank you so much for hearing me with such a great patience. Thank you once again.
For sharing your amazing experiences as a writer. I'm sure most of the audiences over here must be, inspired. Now, the time has come to celebrate and reward the outstanding contributions of our literaries comprising of 5 parents authors with 1 teacher and student author. To begin with our parent authors, we have Madam Mrs. Gayatri Tripathi, the author of Dhruv Tara, who is known to have penned her overbrimming thoughts in the form of verse with all freshness and vivacity. Our next parent author is Sir Dr. Ramesh Chandra Behera, holding the designation of SNO cum Deputy Secretary in the office of Lok Seva Bhavan. He is known to have contributed immensely in the field of Odia literature. His work titled Samachika Ganamadhyama, Odia Bhasa or Sahitya is just an instance of his artistic ingenuity. Another eminent parent author is Madam Miss Supriya Panda, who is known to recreate the world of her innermost thoughts in the form of verse, with a remarkable insight in the form of her work titled Amrita Ashvesa, a unique piece of artistry in her own words. Our next parent author in line is Madam Miss Meenakshi Patra, whose works put together with utmost simplicity and effectiveness marks the brilliance of her literary output that is well collected in the form of Bappa. Author, we have Sir Himanshu Shekhar Fateh Singh, whose contribution stands immense, coming in full bloom in his work titled Sohe Eko Abiskar O Udbhavanara Kahani. Well, coming to the student author, we have Kriti Vishakha with her brilliant art of words entitled Entangled Words, which effectively expresses her innermost thoughts, emotions in the form of verses, which has been also recognized as one of the best anthologies by NE8X Literary Fest. Now, I would like to request our esteemed Principal Madam to escort our sir. Invite first of all the literaries are invited to come up on the stage, and I request Principal Madam to escort
That's wonderful. Keep the applause rolling. Keep the applause rolling. And now, please look at the slide over there. I request everyone to get acquainted with the work of our literati from the slides right in front of you. That's Madam Engineer Gayatri Tripathi, the parent author. Madam, will you please stand up and thank you. Ma'am, please be seated. And now we have our next parent author, Dr. Ramesh Chandra Behera. Thank you. Madam Miss Supriya Panda. Thank you. Mohapatra. And our next parent author, Ms. Shakuntala Mohapatra. Well, we don't teach you only to write, we write ourselves. That's our teacher author, Mr. Himanshu Shekhar Patel Singh. And of course, you listen to the book review of her own book, which is named Entangled Words. That is Kriti Vishakha. She also happens to be our literary secretary, assistant literary secretary. Thank you. I extend a warm welcome to the panel of literaries over here. Now look at this. What does it say? Take your dream and start breaking it down into milestones which need to be achieved. Not just milestones, but milestones that need to be walked up to, that need to be achieved, where you need to make a name for yourself. A name like none other. And that name for us today is, of course, of our Honorable Regional Director, Dr. Keshav Chandra Satpathy. Sir, you yourself are a figure which inspires us all to reach those heights which which the common man has never thought of. Thank you, sir, for being a pillar of support to us. Thank you so much for being with us today and inspiring our students and us all with your enigmatic presence. Thank you so much, sir. And may I now request ma'am to escort sir so that we can offer a humble token of gratitude to our panelists. Sir, please. Now, in fact, the stage is truly covered with all the literaties, right? Whether they have, whether a book has been authored or not authored, but we have some very eminent educationists in front of us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. May I request all of you to please be seated?
Well, namaskar, Jai Jagannath, everyone, and what a day, I believe, because such a wonderful dignitary is in front of me, and firstly, I congratulate the whole team JV Unit 8 because for the first time, I think, in my life, in my career, in my dancing life, I think for the first time I am attending a literature conclave actually. It's my first time in my whole life because credit goes to you, Chita ma'am, because though I have attended literature festival all over the world, I have attended Jaipur literature festivals and a lot of places, but nobody has invited me and told me about this and asked me about performing art and literature. This is a unique concept. I believe that literature is the mother of performing art because without literature, performing art cannot exist. And thank you, madam. एतिकी कहते ताली हो तो 8 मार्क देगी ताली का 9 मार्क क्या होगा दरकार 9 मार्क वाले ताली होगा ना नहीं এটা যদি 9 मार्क তাহলে 10 मार्क के ताली कितने होगा 10 out of 10 you know doing thank you so much well 10 to 10 पाएगा don't worry well I'm very happy today because the most important thing is the very important vital thing is I'm dancing with my daughter because I think this is the first performance classical that too I'll perform live in front of you all and this is the history I am doing it here on this platform today and thank you ma'am creating a history because I don't know what is my future, I don't know my daughter's future but a stage, a platform makes history and today we are writing a history. The first performance father and daughter dancing duo was in DAV Unit 8 and this is the history. So I'm very happy and today ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୋତେ ମ୍ୟାଡମ୍ କହିଲେ ଯେ ଆମର ଟୋଟାଲ ଲିଟରେଚର ଫେଷ୍ଟିଭାଲଟା ଇଂଲିଶ ଉପରେ ହେଉଛି ଆଣ୍ଡ ଆପଣ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କିଛି ପରଫର୍ମ କରିବେ ସୋ ଯେହେତୁ ମୁଁ ଓଡ଼ିଶୀ କଷ୍ଟ୍ୟୁମରେ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଯଦି ମୁଁ ଆଜି କିଛି କହିବି ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କୁ ମୋତେ ବେଶୀ ଖୁସି ଲାଗିବ କାରଣ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କର ଭାଷା ହେଉଛି ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କର ଭାଷା ହେଉଛି ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଏବଂ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ପ୍ରାଣ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠାତା ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ସେ ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ମୁଁ ଆଜି ଏଲାବୋରେଟ୍ କରିବି କିଛି ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କୁ ଯୋଉଟାକି ମୋତେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଙ୍ଗ କରିଛି ଏବଂ ମୋର ଭାବନାକୁ ଅତି ଉଚ୍ଚ କୋଟିରେ ପହଞ୍ଚାଇବା ପାଇଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିଛି ଆପଣମାନେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରିବେନି ସବୁଠୁ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଲିଟରେଚର ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କର ଘରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ବାପା ମା ଶିଖାନ୍ତି କାରଣ ମୋର ବାପା ମା ମୋତେ ଭାଗବତ ଉପନିଷଦ ବେଦ ସବୁ ପଢ଼ାଉଥିଲେ କାରଣ ମୋର ଜେଜେବାପା କୀର୍ତ୍ତନ କରୁଥିଲେ ସଂକୀର୍ତ୍ତନ କରୁଥିଲେ ମୋ ବାପା ଖୋଳ ବଜାଉଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ଲିଟରେଚରଟା ମୁଁ ମୋ ଘରୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଛି ଘରୁ ଶିଖିଛି ଯେତେବେଳେ ବି କନଫ୍ୟୁଜନ ହୁଏ ଯେମିତି ଏପିକ୍ କୁହାଯାଏ ମହାଭାରତ ରାମାୟଣ ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଆମେମାନେ ଆମ ବାପା ମାଆଙ୍କଠୁ ଶିଖିଛୁ ଏବଂ ଆଜିକା ଜେନେରେସନରେ ଯୋଉଟା କମି ଯାଉଛି ସେଇଟା ୟୁନିଟ୍ 8 DAV ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଛି ଏବଂ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କର ଚେଷ୍ଟାରେ ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ ଘରେ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିପାରୁଛୁ ସେଇଟା ଆପଣମାନେ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ିପାରିବେ ଏବଂ ଏଭଳିଆ କନକ୍ଲେଭ୍ ଆୟୋଜନ ହେବା ଦ୍ୱାରା ଆମେମାନେ ଲିଟରେଚରକୁ ଆଗକୁ ନେବା ତ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ବଟ୍ ଲିଟରେଚରକୁ ଭଲ ପାଇବା ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା এবং ମୁଁ ନିଜେ ଇଂଲିଶରେ ମାଷ୍ଟର ପୋଷ୍ଟ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ୍ କରିଛି ମୁଁ ଇଂରାଜୀ ଭାଷା ସାହିତ୍ୟରେ ପୋଷ୍ଟ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ୍ କରିଛି ମୋର ଧର୍ମପତ୍ନୀ ଯେ ଜାୟର ମା ସେ ହିନ୍ଦୀରେ ପୋଷ୍ଟ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ଆମ ଘରେ ହିନ୍ଦୀ ଇଂଲିଶରେ ଦୁଇଟା ଯାକର ମାଷ୍ଟରୀ ଆମ ଘରେ ଆମେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛୁ ନେବା ପାଇଁ ବଟ୍ କିନ୍ତୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷା ଓଡ଼ିଆ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ମୋ ମାଆଙ୍କଠୁ ମୁଁ ଶିଖିଲି କାରଣ ମୋ ମା ଯେ ଜଣେ ସ୍କୁଲ ଟିଚର ସେ ମୋତେ ସବୁବେଳେ ପାଠ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ କହୁଥିଲେ ବାବୁ गंगाधर मेहेरकर गोटे कथा सब बेले मन रखिबो मातृभूमि मातृभाषा रे ममता जाहृदे जन्मी नाही ताकू जदि ज्ञानी गणरे गणिबा अज्ञान रहिबे काहे कारण निजर मातृभूमि निजर मातृभाषा को जो पर्यंत आपण माने भल पाउथिबे जो पर्यंत आपण माने निजर आखि सामने ताकू गुरुत्व देबा आरंभ करिवे सेही पर्यंत आपण सब बेले ज्ञानी रूप रे गणना करि पारिबे निजको एवं सब बेले हमर ओडिसा भाषा साहित्य आम परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट रे एते मात्रा रे अच्छा आपण विश्वास कर पारिबेनी देखो जयदेवकर गीत गोविंद देखंतु आमे माने जले छोट छुआ को गीत गोविंद सिखौछु ताको हमको बुझिया में कष्ट ही जाउची केवल परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट गोटे कैटेगरी जोथरे लिटरेचर को गुरुत्व दिया जाए तो ता संगे नाच स्कूल मान करे माने जो छुआ को आमे डांस सिखो ताको लिटरेचर रो ज्ञान मध्य दो एवं गीत गोविंद बुझेला गोटे छुआ को हम जति कष्ट हुए आमे भाबु जे एटा एति कष्ट होछ माने तार मीनिंग ता केते कष्टकर हे खाई परबो तो सेति पई जेतरा हम संचारी भाव कोनसे परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट रे करू माने कर लाज गोटे कॉमन वर्ड लाज गोटे बहुत छोट वर्ड लाज को जदि हम संचारी भाव रे करिबा कि लाज को जदि बहुत प्रकार देखिबा ताको हम परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट रे केमते देखिबा जदि आपण सेति की पढी नथिबे सेति की बुझी नथिबे सेति की आलोचना कर नथिबे ताको आपण देखि परिबे नाही जेति कोणार्क मंदिर आपण माने समस्त जेथिबे स्कल्पचर इज आल्सो ए परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट जो माने से मूर्ति सब तयारी करजती सेटा भी गोटे परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट जो आर्ट फॉर्म को परफॉर्म करा जाए those are all art form are performing art तो जो माने पेंटिंग करछंती लेखुछंती गाउछंती पाठ पढिया में चेष्टा करछंती सब जो परफॉर्म आपण जहां भी परफॉर्म करछंती सब गोटे परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट एवं परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट रे करियर करिबा एवं ता संगे जदि लिटरेचर आपण मान पाकर नथिबो ताले परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट आपण करियर करि पारिबे नाही आपण कोनसे मंच रे बुझाई पारिबे नाही जेमति कहउथिले अबिका लाज कथा शाइनेस आपण केमिति साई को व्यक्त करि पारिबे मु जस्ट खाली गोटे डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन देखेबी मो संगे सागरिका एवं सोनल दिजन मोर बहुत ही सीनियर डांसर अछंती एवं से माने टेडेक्स रे परफॉर्म करते दिजन जाको एंड दे आर वेरी सीनियर डांसर से माने ऑलमोस्ट 50 टा कंट्री मो संगे बोली सालेनी एवं दिजन जाको मास्टर पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करछंती जने कंप्यूटर साइंस रे एवं आउ जने पॉलिटिकल साइंस रे पाठ एवं ता संगे जो जेते बेले एमाने छुआ मन को पाठ पढाती जेते बेले एमाने छुआ को चेष्टा करते बुझिया पई यांकर फंडाटा क्लियर होबा बहुत जरूरी जदि एमाने कि गोटे चंपू अछि ओडिया साहित्य रे चंपूर बहुत गुरुत्व भूमिका हमर ओडिसी डांस रे अछि चंपू माने सब अक्षर रे सब लेखा हेछि करू क्ष पर्यंत मु गोटे चंपूर उदाहरण देबी जेंति लीला निधि हे लाजिनु गलिटी सरी लुचाई छ काही श्यामले दियो मोलागी साड़ी लाजिनु गलिटी सरी ल रु आरंभ होची प्रथम वर्ड पुनी ल रु आउ गोटे वर्ड आरंभ होची पुनी ल रु आउ गोटे वर्ड आरंभ होची कविकर रचना रे से ल वर्ड को केते गुरुत्व दिया हैची एवं तले आमे कोरियोग्राफी करू जते परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट को आसी जाए से लिटरेचर रो किछि नुवा परिचय हे जाए जेबि लाज कथा कहूची लीला निधि हे लाजी मुकलिटी सरी लीला निधि हे लाजी मुकलिटी सरी लुचाई छ काही श्याम हे दियो मोला की साड़ी लुचाई छ काही श्याम हे दियो मोला की साड़ी लाजे मु गलिटी साड़ी एटा होची प्रथम लाज ए आपण मानको पांच प्रकार लाज से माने देखिबे पांच प्रकार केमिति वेरिएशन करिवो लाज को प्रथम लाजे मु गलिटी साड़ी सेकंड लाजे मु गलिटी साड़ी थर्ड लाजे मु गलिटी साड़ी फोर्थ लाजे मु गलिटी साड़ी लाजे मु गलिटी साड़ी so these are the variation of literature जब आपण लिटरेचर को पाठ पढिथिबे लिटरेचर को जानिथिबे एवं ता ऊपर जदि आपण चेष्टा करिवे निजो को एक्सपेरिमेंट करिया पई ताले आपनको पाखरे वेरिएशंस बहुत मिलि जिवो आपण धीरे धीरे ता ऊपर जेति की आलोचना करबे जेति की सिखिबे जेति की जानिबे आपन लिटरेचर सेति की स्ट्रांग हे जिवो सो आउ गोटे सबुठ बड़ जिनस है जोटा आज आम परफॉर्म करूँ आम आज गोटे बहुत सुंदर कवि दास राघवंकर गोटे रचना लोटणी पारा उपरे आम आज परफॉर्म करूँ मु कहीं परफॉर्मेंस चूज करी एलाबोरेट करदी आपण मानक समस्त को जे छोट छुआ मानक पारा बहुत भल लगे समस्त को पारा भल लगे बिकॉज मोर तो पर्सनल फेवरेट बर्ड होचंती पारा बिकॉज जितेबले भी मोर छोट स्मृति अच्छी पारा सांगरे कारण छोट बेले जेतले मु पारा को देखिले मते लागुता कि ए सबुठु शांत पक्षी होची पारा एवं मंदिर भितर पारा ही निजर स्थान जगन्नाथ पाखरे बंचे के रखि थाए एवं सब बेले मते इच्छा हुए जे से पारा को धरिया पाए मु सब बेले पारा को देखि कि निज मन भितर भाबे जे किछि ना किछि गोटे मु याको पई कंपोजिशन करबी एवं जेतबेले भी कंपोजिशन करबी लिटरेचर रहियाटा बहुत जरूरी पारा ऊपर एमती लेखा कोटी अछि जोडा कि मु करि परिबी प्रथम मु लेखा पाइले कि भिखारी बळकर मन पारारी श्रीक्षेत्री जीवोड़ी उड़ी की पारा श्रीक्षेत्री जीवोड़ी उड़ी की प्रथम कंपोजिशन रे मु आरंभ कले नाचिका पाई मते इच्छा हला जे पारा रे एते सुंदर लेखा है माने आउरी किछि आर्ट फॉर्म थिबो आउरी किछि लेखा थिबो पारा ऊपर मो रिसर्च कली जेते जानिबी दास राधु पारा ऊपर लोटणी पारा ऊपर बहुत सुंदर गोटे कविता लिखि छथि ओ लोट वृक्षे खेलुछि लोटणी पारा ओ लोट वृक्षे खेलुछि लोटणी पारा এই যেতলে কবিতা আমি শুনিলি মতে ইচ্ছা হলা যে এই কবিতার কিছু কম্পোজিশন করিয়া পাই এন্ড দ্য ডে ম্যাডাম হ্যাজ ইনফর্ম মু সেই দিন ভাবিনি যে ছোট ছুয়া মানক এনিমল को देखिले बहुत इच्छा होय कि कोनसी बर्ड को देखिले बहुत इच्छा होय आई थिंक जेतले लिटरेचर संगरे कोनसी परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट जुगलबंदी हबो एंड जेतले आपण माने एंटरटेन हेबे सेतले को आपण मानक रिलेटेबल जिंस तले आपण देखिबे आपण माने बुझि जेबे जे हां दिस इज द थिंग आई व्हिच आई वांटेड टू सी सो पारा समस्त को घरे थाए एवं पारा को समस्त देखि थांते बट पारा मन भीतर जो शांत जो मनस्तत्व अछि ताको केते जण बुझि थांते तो सेहि पई पारा रो कंपोजिशन म चेष्टा करी करिया पे इट इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट कंपोजिशन बिकॉज़ नॉर्मली हम जगन्नाथ को पई कंपोजिशन कर दे परिबा नॉर्मली राम कृष्ण समस्त को पई कंपोजिशन करि परिबा बट लिटरेचर हैज दैट पावर व्हिच कैन टेक यू टू अ डिफरेंट लेवल एंड दास राघवंकर एक पुराना रचना जोटा कि फोक फॉर्म रे थिला ताकू गोटे कंटेम्पररी फॉर्म रे मु आनी के चेष्टा करी आज डांस कंपोजिशन करया पई बिकॉज़ आई हैव वर्कड इन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर मुझे भी शेक्सपियर को रोमियो जूलियट ऊपर काम करिछि किंग लियर ऊपर काम करिछि एंड बहुत कंपोजिशन अछि जोटा कि परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट रे आपण मानकर लैंग्वेज टा बैरियर हवा कथा न आपण कोनोसी भी पॉइंट एंड कोनोसी पोएट कर सुंदर रचना को लेके आपण कोरियोग्राफी करि पारबे सो दिस particular song has inspired me and that is why I am presenting this to you and I am very happy that Zaya so this tiny girl she will dance with me today and aji moncho mo pai bahut hi khas karana aji bapu au chhiyo ame dijon jaka perform karibu and I am very happy and thank you all the teachers and thank you all the students जेतबेले भी मते घर को जेतबेले भी जाया घर को जाए जेतबेले स्कूल रो प्रशंसा करे मोर छाती कुंडे मोट हे जाए कारण जेतबेले भी आपण झियो ठू स्कूल रो भलो कथा सुनिबे आपण को सेफ फील होबा आप कहबे जाहो मो झियो गोटे स्कूल रे नाही मो झियो मो गोटे मंदिर रे अछि और सेही मंदिर होछि सो आज ई मंदिर रे मु आज परफॉर्म करछु आपण मन के सामने रे परफॉर्म करछु एवं आपण माने भाबुथिबे जेतले झियोटे बाहर को जाए गोटे बापा हिसाब रे मते केते डर लागतुबो कि मो बापा हिसाब रे केते चिंता अनुभव करथिबी बट कि यूनिट एक एमिति गोटे मंच एमिति गोटे जागा जे मु से डर रो बाहरी जाई छै आज्ञा से चिंता रो बाहरी जाई छै एवं मोर मन रे एते शांति अछि जे मु सबले भाबे जे मो झियो जोट भी अछि गोटे मंदिर रे अछि एवं ठाकुर ठाकुरानी को पाखरे अछि सो डर भय करबार किछि भी नै सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी एंड वेरी ऑनर्ड एंड जाया थाउ कि न थाउ कि जो पर्यंत माने मु ए पृथ्वी रे थिबी यूनिट 8 संगरे मोर संपर्क सब बळे एमटी ही रहितबो सो नाउ लेट्स सी द डांस फॉर्म जोडे कि आमे प्राय चेष्टा करछु करिया पई एंड स्पेशली छुआ मानन को पई मु डांस कंपोजिशन करिछि से पारा को मंच पर बडे आमे चेष्टा करछि जे कि शांति रो प्रतीक एवं हमर भारत रो प्रतीक सो नाउ इट्स टाइम टू वॉच ऑन द ब्यूटीफुल कंपोजिशन ऑफ दास राधु ओडिया पोएट who has written long back in 1800th century this wonderful poem, Olo Tabru Tekhalji Lotanisa. Thank you so much.
just, makes you emotional from within. It just immerses you, in such a world where you get face to face to your world of emotions, your innermost thoughts in the deepest recesses of your heart. And here is the glimpse, the father duo, daughter duo, along with the team of artists performing over here on such a beautiful song and making the whole atmosphere overwhelmed and packed with emotion. What a performance! I'm speechless. A thunderous round of applause for such a remarkable performance. I hope this is one of the greatest performances in the field of performing arts of all the times. A huge round of applause. The applause, this clap must not stop. My august audience, come on, please. Thank you so much, sir, Zaya, and the whole team of the artists. Sir, please share.
Thank you so much. And again, Jai Jagannath. I remember when Madam told me, Sasuji, we have to do something on Odia literature. And it has such a power in Odia literature because though I have performed almost 70, 80 countries all over the globe, and you have seen me in YouTube, in social media, wherever I have performed, it was all Odia literature. ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଠି ବି ନାଚିଛି ଓଡ଼ିଶାର କଥା କହିଛି, ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷାର କଥା କହିଛି, ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କର କଥା କହିଛି, ଓଡ଼ିଶୀ ନାଚ କଥା କହିଛି, ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ସଂସ୍କୃତି କଥା କହିଛି। କାରଣ ଆମ ଭଳିଆ ଯଦି ଯୋଦ୍ଧା ତିଆରି ନ ହେବେ ତାହେଲେ ଏ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଜାତି ଆଗକୁ ବଢ଼ିବ ନାହିଁ। ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଏ ମଞ୍ଚ ଆଗରେ ଯେତେ କି ଜଣକୁ ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଛି ମୁଁ ଭାବେ ଏମାନେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ୱାରିୟର, ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଦ୍ଧା। ଆମ ସଂସ୍କୃତିକୁ, ଆମ ପରମ୍ପରାକୁ, ଆମ ଗୁରୁଜନମାନଙ୍କୁ ଏବଂ ଆମର ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଏମାନେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଦ୍ଧା। ଆମେମାନେ ଯୋଦ୍ଧା ତିଆରି କରିବା, ଯୁଦ୍ଧଭୂମି ଅଟୋମେଟିକ୍ ତିଆରି ହେଇଯିବ ଏବଂ ସେଇ ଯୋଦ୍ଧାରେ ଆମେ ବିଜୟୀ ଘୋଷଣା ହେଇକି ଆମେ ପୁଣି ଘରକୁ ଫେରିବା ଏବଂ ମାଙ୍କର ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ ନେବା। So, Devi is our mother and let's promise everyone, respect senior, respect teacher, and the most important thing is respect yourself. ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ ଯେ ସମ୍ମାନ ଦିଏ ସେ ସବୁବେଳେ ଆଗକୁ ବଢ଼େ। So my dear students, respect your soul, respect your thought, respect positivity, and ଦେଖିବ ତମକୁ ଦେଖିକି ଆଉ ଜଣେ ପଜିଟିଭ୍ ହେଇଯିବ ଏବଂ ତାକୁ ଦେଖିକି ଆଉ ଜଣେ at the end ଶହ ଶହ ଛୁଆ ପଜିଟିଭ୍ ହେଇକି ଥିବେ ଏବଂ ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଏମିତି ଦୁନିଆରେ ରାଜନୀତି କରୁଥିବ ଯୋଉ ଦୁନିଆରେ zero negativity ଥିବ। And I appreciate DAV has that mission and you all are amazing kids. You have all 4D in your life: devotion, discipline, determination, and dedication. So my dear students, thank you so much, and I'm very happy and honored. Though I have performed in Lincoln Center, Kennedy Center, Music Gimme, all over the world on the best stage, but this stage is memorable for me for my lifetime. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, sir, Zaya, and the whole team. Well, the time has come to venerate Saswat sir, his daughter Jaya, and the whole team with a token of love and respect. I would like to request Madam, our beloved Principal Madam, Mrs. Ipsita Das, to escort Reverend Sir Dr. Keshav Chandra Sampati, the Regional Director, DAV Public School, Odisha Zone, to offer the token of love and we provide a platform to two of the most promising student authors of our school, named Dishashri Swine, with her work titled Honeysuckle Daydreams, and Nayasha Jaina, the author of Polychromatic Musics, to come forward on this platform to release their respective works by our esteemed sir, Dr. Keshav Chandra Santuri, and Madam Mrs. Yes.
Children, just 5 minutes more. May I request you to be seated for 5 minutes more? Yes. At least some words to the audience, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, dear children. I will not take much time because I am not a good speaker. The way Mr. Joshi talked to you, they beautifully displayed all the dance project and composed a very beautiful song for you. I can do that. Okay, as you know, the story is a very powerful tool to make you understand your subject very well, and that is arranged because your teachers will take it to the classroom. Storytelling method, because now you have digital gadgets and other things. In our time, nothing was there because our teachers, they were talking to us on story, and within that story, they were finishing the lessons. And that is a beautiful way how to transact the curriculum in the classroom. And your birthday, my student, favorite student, Janja Madam, talk to you about the story, and also might have told you and narrated one story before you all. So thank you, Janja. I am proud of you, and always I remain proud of you also, because she thinks differently all the time. And second, why we are arranging this conclave, literature conclave or art performing, we are attaching with that. Why? For whom? How it will help the education? Because nowadays you will find that people are not reading books. Because 5 minutes watching TV or your electronic gadgets or your mobile, you want to learn everything. But reading is a very powerful instrument which make you very strong in your life. Second, in this busy life, you will not get time to go to the friend's house or to go to any parties or any function, anything else. But those who are good readers, or those who are having tendency towards the writing skill, sitting in the house, you can write many things. But the God told very nicely that to express your thoughts, but sometimes you are not able to express your thoughts to anybody else, even to your papa, mama, and parents. And this is the very powerful method to express your feelings. And nobody is there to challenge you. Nobody is there to tell you that it is good or wrong. It is right or wrong. Anything you write, and if it is soothing, it goes with your writings. So I will not speak more because if you consider literature, I will get big zero. But I am a man from mathematics. But thank you very much. God bless you all my children, 6, 7, 8 students. And also most of the parents are present here. Those who are consented to do with us, I express our gratitude and also sincere thanks to all of you. And my thanks due to the students and particularly the organizers of the team, DAVUNIT-VIII, Principal Ipsita, because in all these schools we are arranging this conclave nowadays. This is a small idea came to the mind of our president. And then this idea is expanded in different states and different schools so that many new ideas merge with that single idea. And next year we are thinking in big way. So thank you very much. God bless you, Judge and Bande Uttar.
May I request ma'am to offer the memento of the occasion as a memory of today. Sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. And in a nutshell, thank you to everyone, starting from the chief guest to thank you everyone for being with us